Irwin here, and I'm back with a Valentine's project. This one I decided to use non-traditional Valentine colors. This is Mint Macaron and Flirty Flamingo. And this is a little belly band that slides off your box and opens up. And it's those little teeny tiny conversation heart boxes. These are smaller than the traditional size, but I see them everywhere and I like them. I think the traditional boxes probably are too big. You can't eat that many conversation hearts. I don't know if you could eat that many either. All right, so what we're going to use are the Sealed with Love stamp set, the Love Notes framelits, and the only one you're going to need is this weird funky looking one right here. And then we're going to use the Love Thinlit from the Sunshine Wishes Thinlit collection. It's a really good one. All right, you're going to start out with a piece of Mint Macaron cardstock that is 6 inches by 5 1/4. And on the long side, we're going to score it at 7/8, 2 3/4, 3 5/8, and 5 1/2. And then on the short side, we're going to score it at 7/8 and 4 3/8. All right, now we need to do some cutting. So with your, whoops, sending things flying here. So with your scissors, I want you to first look at your cardstock. This is how we laid it down on the Simply Scored. 7/8 is right here. This is the last score line we did. And this tab is skinnier, okay? So remember that. Where that skinny tab is, we need to remember. All right, so we're going to go through here and we're going to snip these score lines. And don't worry about that one because we're going to completely cut that off in a second. Now we're going to cut these at an angle. We want these tabs to be at an angle like that. All right. Now over here, oops, we need to do this one too. There we go. Now over here, we're going to cut this one at an angle, but then we're going to completely cut that short one off. All right. Now here's another weird thing that we're going to do. On this one only, we're just going to take our scissors and cut it about in half. Okay. Doesn't need to be specific. Don't worry about it. Just about in half. I promise. All right. So now cut this one at an angle. The reason we're doing angles on these is because it makes the box go together better. All right, so I've cut that one at an angle, and remember we're cutting this one off again. And we're going to cut this one at an angle. And we want to cut all these score lines here and cut them all like kind of like a V around the score line. We want to create those angled edges on our tabs. Now this one again, we're going to cut in half like that. It looks like I didn't cut those right there, those first ones. All right, so let's take a look at it. This is what it should look like now. This was how it was on your Simply Scored. This is the long skinny tab at the end, and we've cut all of these at an angle. We've cut this one off, and we've cut these in half horizontally. All right, so now let's put this box together. Oh wait, before we put it together, we need to stamp because we can't stamp the box once it's put together. So you're going to need some Mint Macaron ink, and I'm using the cute little striped heart that is in this stamp set, and I'm going to stamp my hearts just in all different angles. I don't want them to look real uniform. I kind of was going for the conversation heart look, how they all are kind of scattered around on the picture on the box. The reason I chose Mint Macaron is because there are conversation hearts that are this color. And right there on that tab, like that. Okay, so now that we have that stamped, we can put this all together. First, you want to go through and burnish all your lines. Do that really well. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create, this is the lid, and this is going to be the box. So we're going to put adhesive on these 4 tabs. And I'm using Fast Fuse. You could also use tearing tape. Don't use snail, your box will fall apart. We want good strong adhesive for our boxes. All right, so I'm going to fold these in like that. And I want to, when you're doing this, you don't want to make this go all the way back at an angle. So you need to kind of look at it at the top and push it down like that. You want it to, because we've cut those at an angle, sometimes our tendency is to push it too far back. But we need it to be nice and straight at a 90-degree angle. All right, so there is our box. Let me get one of our conversation hearts. This is what they look like in the store. These are from Target, but I've seen them at Walmart. I've seen them at the pharmacy. I have seen them in lots of places. They're cheap too. All right, so push that down in there. So these little tabs right here, we're gonna fold them down and they're going to go right inside the box like that. All right, so let's make the belly band. You need a piece of Flirty Flamingo that is 2 inches by 7 inches. And that's where we're going to use this funky looking little piece. All right, I know it looks weird, but after you put it through your Big Shot, you will see what it ends up looking like. I'm gonna place this in the middle. Make sure you get those hearts on the edge of your paper. And I'm using my precision base platform just to make sure we get a good cut. This is a little bit intricate after it comes through, and so we want to make sure we get that cut really well. And you also need to use your brush like this to push those pieces through, because it will easily tear these little guys right here. All right, so now you've got it like this. Look, I already tore it with my brush. Be careful not to do that. I'm going to continue on that cut just like that. And right there, like that. All right. Now we're going to use a piece of Flirty Flamingo DSP, and this is actually envelope liner paper or envelope paper. It's in the catalog, not with the designer series paper. You'll find it a few pages back with the other papers, and it's really lightweight, which I like a lot. Now before I put this down, I want to push these out, and this DSP or this envelope paper measures at 1 1/4 by 6, and I'm going to put it right there. Got one more guy that needs to stick out. Come on, there we go. All right, now I'm going to take my box, I'm going to center those hearts, and I'm going to just wrap this around, pinching where it should be pinched. And before I put that on, we need to get this guy to come out. There we go. We want those sticking out. All right, so let's get it to the back, overlapping, and I'm going to take some adhesive, some fast fuse, and just adhere it to itself, okay? I am not adhering it to the box, just to itself. And then we can take those little heart guys. You might need to use your paper piercer if you don't get them stuck out enough before you put your box together. And they can all stick out like that. So cute, right? All right, so now we need the tag. All right, so this is where you need the little love framelit from the Sunshine Wishes, and I've cut it out of mint macaron. And you're gonna take a piece of Whisper White, and I am using the sentiment from that same stamp set called Sending Love. So I'm going to just use the sending part. I don't want the love part. So I'm gonna take my Post-it note, and I'm gonna mask off the love words, if I can get it to stick down. And I'm using really super skinny Post-its. These are like flag Post-its, so that I can really get it around and I won't have to waste too much. All right, so now I'm going to ink it with Flirty Flamingo ink, and very carefully take that off. Don't touch that because you'll get it on your fingers and you'll smear it, which I did the first time. And I'm just going to stamp it right there. Now with my 2-inch circle punch, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to kind of put it so that it's up towards the top. And I think I'm going to do it, yeah, let's do it centered like that. Okay. And then take your love word. So cute. I love die cut words. I use them a lot. And put it right there. And see how it kind of goes off of the 2-inch circle? That's okay. Now I'm using the Mint Macaron ribbon. Let's see what it exactly is called. A sheer linen ribbon. And this is in your main annual catalog. Don't worry, I'll have a link to all of these products over on my blog. So if you're interested in purchasing any of these, just hop on over there if you're watching this on YouTube, and you'll see the product list. All right, so we'll make a little bow, and I'm just going to attach it with my glue dots. I love using glue dots. They make things easy. All right, I'm going to make that go out like that, and then let's get our box and some dimensionals and stick it right there. But we want it kind of offset. We don't want it touching those hearts right there. So there we have it. We'll put that under there. There we have it. So cute, right? Very cute. And a quick and easy way to dress up just those plain boxes of conversation hearts. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think, and happy Valentine's Day.